Hello YouTube and welcome to Magic in the Kitchen with Chef Merlin. Today we are cooking up a cottage pie. I've grown up calling it shepherd's pie, but since we're actually using beef, it's technically a cottage pie, not a shepherd's pie. We're using 1 pound of ground beef, which we're throwing into our pan. Pan is going to be on medium-high heat. We're going to chop this into little chunks right here in the pan. And we're going to let this brown on the medium-high heat. Now, shepherd's pie is a dish that was actually came about when shepherds would, at the end of the week, have a bunch of stuff left over and they just throw it all into one big pan and reheat it all. That's where we get this from, and really you can put whatever you want into a shepherd's pie, just about. Today we're going to be using ground beef, about a half cup of sweet peas, 2 carrots, some mashed potatoes. You always have to have some mashed potatoes in there, some sort of meat and some sort of vegetable. And we're going to sprinkle the top with about a cup to a cup and a half of cheese. While that's browning for us, I'm actually going to bring out some steam and mashed potatoes, which I've just heated up in the microwave. I'm using these because, well, I'm lazy. I don't like to peel my potatoes, and now that they have these steam and mash, I'm very happy about using them. I'm actually using ones that are garlic seasoned today. You don't have to use the garlic seasoned ones. Now you're going to add 2/3 of a cup of milk. And we're going to start mashing these up. Okay, our beef is just finishing up. It's browning up. While it finishes up, we're going to go ahead and spoon some of our mashed potatoes into the bottom of our casserole pan. You're just going to want a good layer in there. To this we're going to add our carrots and our peas. Now, I prepared our carrots and peas by boiling them on the stove. Boiled the peas for about 6 minutes and the carrots for about 4 minutes in the same pan. Just adding the carrots a little bit later than the frozen peas. And then we drain them. We put them on into our casserole pan. Spread them out. Again, this is about half a cup of peas. Maybe a little bit more. 2 carrots. You can vary it depending on how much you like peas and carrots. You can add different vegetables. I've seen people use corn before. Just whatever vegetables you want to throw in there. Our beef is now nice and brown. I'm going to go ahead and drain this a little bit. Get some of that grease out of there. Go ahead and put this mixture on in there. and a small layer of potatoes on the top. As best as you can at this point. Some of the meat's going to try and come up on you. I usually use a bigger pan and a double recipe, but as I'm just feeding me and my wife tonight, we're already probably going to have leftovers with this much. Trying out the smaller pan, which barely fits it. And then we just sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top. About a cup. Now we already have our oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we just pop this in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes so the cheese is melted and it's all come together nicely for us. Here's the cottage pie. You can see here the layers. You've got the mashed potatoes, and then you've got the peas and carrots, the ground beef, a little bit more mashed potatoes, and then the cheese on top. Cheese is nice and melted. It's ready to serve. So let's plate it up. Here's the shepherd's pie. I'll plate it up. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on the top. Really, you want to cook that into the ground beef normally, but since I forgot that, I'm just throwing it on top. There it is. This is a very easy dish to throw together. You can use leftover vegetables if you want to make it in the true tradition, or you can just go ahead and cook it all from scratch. So here it is. It's a meal all in one little dish. You got your vegetables, your meat, your cheese, and your potatoes. So get into your kitchens and throw together this quick and easy meal, and stay tuned for more videos.